Hi, this is Dr. Emmanuel Daniel, Faculty of Social Work from Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Today, we're going to talk about ISO 26000. ISO 26000 is one of the social auditing certifications. ISO stands for International Organization for Standardization. This is the content for our presentation. We'll be talking about ISO 26000, its definitions and key principles, followed by core subjects to social responsibility and what does ISO 26000 trying to accomplish. ISO 26000 is not just a mere certification, it is something beyond. ISO 26000 sort of handholds industries, corporates, and organizations to do well in their social initiatives. It is a comprehensive document. It doesn't just say, do this, do that. It just rather gives you a holistic picture of what to be done. It was published in the year 2010 by various people coming together. It was almost 400 experts from 42 different organizations from 99 countries had come together to initiate this certification. They have a review on an every year basis. Talking about the definition of ISO 26000, ISO 26000 is defined as the international standard developed to help organizations effectively assess and address social responsibilities that are relevant and significant to their mission and vision, operations and processes, customers, employees, communities, and other stakeholders, and environmental impact. So this definition will be reflected in the principles and in the core subjects of this certification. Coming to the key principles of ISO 26000, it starts with ethical behavior. Ethical behavior is all about your moral principles, how your moral principles are reflected in your organizational processes. So the ethical behavior is about the reflection of your principles. The next one is accountability. In my opinion, accountability is the responsibility. How responsible is the corporate towards its employees? How responsible are they when it comes to environment? The third one is transparency. Nobody wants to show their gray area to the stakeholders. So when there is ethical behavior and accountability, there will be transparency because they would love to show the world how accountable they are. The next one is respect for stakeholder interests. Talking about stakeholders, everybody are ready to manage stakeholders, but how much are they giving importance to their interest? So that matters a lot. The next one is respect for the law. Every country has its own legislations, rules to be followed. Here, this certification enables organizations to follow those. The next one is respect for international norms. There are conventions, international conventions. So this certification helps organizations to follow that so that they have an international standard. The next one is human rights. Talking about human rights are rights and freedom for human beings from birth to death. So we'll be talking about it in the next slide. So these are some of the core subjects to social responsibility. There are 7, starting from organizational governance. In organizational governance, your best practices in management and administration is considered. So how well are you able to address issues? How well are you able to interact with employees? How well are you taking care of them? Do they have a say in whatever rules and regulations you have for them? Matters a lot. So the next one is labor practices. Labor practices includes employee welfare. How is your industrial relations? Do you have an exit interview? How an employee is fired? All these things are covered in labor practices. The next one is fair operating practices. How fair and reliable are you with your stakeholders in your operations, in your dealings? All these things come under fair operating practices. The next one is environment, which is again a very important component. Sometime back, I was listening to one small girl talking about environment. She said, polluting the environment is just like feeding her mother with poison. What an impactful statement. Do the corporates see environment in that perspective? Do they own it? Matters a lot. The next one is consumer issues. Many people believe After selling their product, the relationship is ended. In my opinion, I feel that is where the relationship starts. We connect with customers. Do we give them good service backup? Do we give them good customer care? All those areas are seen in customer issues. The next one is human rights. Today, many employers run towards profits, run towards making their businesses number one. Are they considerate when it comes to their laborers? Do they give them fair wages? Just because they give money, they cannot treat the laborers however they want. Are they exploited? All these things matters a lot. The next one is community involvement. Many corporates give money or donations to NGOs and feel that they have completed their social responsibility. No, it doesn't stop there. Here, what is the link between the community and corporate are seen. What is the involvement of the corporate in the community? When there is involvement, there will be development. So when there is development, you'll be able to see an impact in the community. So these are some of the core subjects when it comes to social responsibility and which are very important for this certification. The next one, what does ISO 26000 trying to accomplish? They assist organizations, they handhold them, they help them in designing their projects. Projects differ from urban to rural to tribal, and no corporate is an expert or a pioneer in dealing with social activities. So this certification helps corporates to help them and to run their social initiatives. They give them practical guide. They just don't give you a book and say, this is the one that you need to follow. They give them a practical guide and they handhold them. The next one is identifying and engaging with stakeholders. Stakeholder management is a big ocean. Identifying stakeholders is important. The next stage is engaging them. When we are able to engage them in our business, they will be in limelight and they will sort of be very close to us, so that will only increase the confidence and it will give a lot of satisfaction. They will go back with a lot of satisfaction. The next one is achieving consistency. Anybody can be number one if they put in hard work, but how consistent are they matters. The next one is broaden awareness of social responsibility. Some corporates build some bridges, adopt some schools, renovate some building and say, my responsibility is over. No, this certification enables corporates to come with a trendy approach, to sort of come with innovative things without discounting sustainability, without discounting, sustainability. So here, these things matters a lot in certification. So thank you so much for taking your time to listen to this presentation. If you have clarifications, please feel free to go to the links given. If you're still not convinced, please feel free to contact me. Thank you. Happy learning.